You don't need a quiet mind to meditate. You just need a quiet moment. Meditation isn't about emptying your thoughts. It's just about returning to yourself. It is the art of training your mind to become still, to clear and be centered by focusing on your breath, sensations, or choosing a point of attention. Through meditation, you can create space between yourself and your thought, allowing your nervous system to regulate, your intuition to strengthen, your inner world to become more peaceful. It's not about emptying the mind. It's about noticing, softening, and choosing presence again and again. Hey guys, my name is Malyvahn and this is Becoming Light. Today I want to talk about simple ways to start meditating and not taking it so seriously, because when we are given a task to do something like meditating, it becomes this subconscious block. And the first thing that someone always tells me when I say let's meditate, or meditation will bring you peace, meditation will strengthening your awareness, it's how do I sit down and keep a still, quiet space? Well, the simple answer to that is just start. And meditation is just embodying peace, embodying stillness and awareness. And it's just living consciously. We forget that, because we're so outside of our bodies. We're just so outside with the environment, where we forget to tune in to this inner peace that we're born with. Because our experiencing in life for the first 9 months is just being in stillness, being in your mother's womb. And that's a meditation. Like as a baby, we were born meditating. I wanted to talk about how to even start meditating for beginners. And it's really simple, but yet tedious at the same time, thinking that we need to be like a Buddha, right? And that's something that, being Buddhist, being a monk or a lama or a yogi, it takes training. It takes the strength of training. There's this film called The 13 Chambers. And this guy, he comes in, he said, I want to be on the top. But then he couldn't even walk across the water in his stillness body. But then, his teacher told him, let's start from the beginning. So it takes you on this chamber of levels of kind of like peeling an onion, right? So consciousness is like an onion that you unfold, you unlock, and every layer is different. So this is where I wanted to kind of come in and help guide you through this process of meditating, because, it's something that we are already doing every day, but we just have to be conscious about and aware of what's happening. So meditating is, the simple form of it is, yes, we can sit in stillness, close our eyes, and just focus on a thought, or just become clear, become still, and just breathe slowly, right? That's one form of meditation. But if I told you that dancing can be a meditation, walking can be a meditation, writing can be a meditation, making art can be a meditation, you wouldn't believe me, right? But you can. And that's the fun part about creating this fun lifestyle that you can do meditating. Meditation has been around for so long. We think of meditating as becoming Buddha, becoming a lama, becoming a yogi. But then you realize meditation is just, going deeper within your body, being more aware of where your surrounding is, or your intentions that you want to set for yourself. Meditation is embodying the life experience of hanging out with your friends. And I thought about it. I said, wow, I didn't realize that, just coming downstairs and having dinner with my friends and just embodying my peace is sharing the meditation. I left the world that I was in where I stopped going out, I stopped hanging out with friends, I stopped just everything that I was doing to meditate and go to class and do these workshops and just travel for retreats, but then forgetting that I still had to live. And I even like learned from one of my teachers is, you know, the real work of yoga, the real work of meditation that you're doing is outside the mat. It's outside of the yoga room. It's being in the world of experiencing, right? And I wanted to come on here to really help guide you through this journey so that you can be in this embodiment of being in peace and just knowing what real stillness is and living this soft, slow life and not having to rush or be a part of the next chaotic thing that we think we need to be doing, right? And it's the key is you can still be doing that, but if you're embodying the peace, you're embodying the stillness, you can carry it on and make an impact in every room you walk in. And that's something that I had to learn for myself is, you know, meditating is just not sitting on the yoga mat. It's living life. And from a lot of like experience of, you know, being in retreats and teacher training, one of the things I got was walking meditations are something that's active. So meditating doesn't have to be you sitting in stillness. You can be walking. So if you were gonna go for a walk, you can set the intention of clearing your thoughts and just moving the body, but keeping awareness of your surrounding. And that's the key. The key of meditation is keeping that awareness of your surroundings. So if you're taking your steps, you know, do it with intention. Consciously breathe and really inhale with each step, exhale with each step. If you just want to go for a walk just to get fresh air, to balance your equilibrium, or just to be back in peace within your body, go for that walk. And that's considered a meditation. And another way of meditating is what I like to do in the morning times, or when I feel after a deep meditation, I want to move my body. And dancing is also part of meditating. So just put on a mantra, which I love. I love putting on White Sun, and they have beautiful high frequency tracks that you can play. And all you do is just move with the rhythm and just allow yourself to flow and just be in the body and just be in awareness, right? So you open up, move the arms, wherever direction you want to take it is your flow, just however you want to move. And it's just consciously dancing, consciously moving, and just relaxing. And that's the key, is relaxing into the body and opening up the heart. And that's the key, is opening up your heart. I find that dancing is something that I was really shy about for a long time because I didn't know, or I felt like I didn't know how to move my body, and it was this fear that I didn't want to show other people is how I move. But then I realized, I'm like, who cares? No one's looking, no one's paying attention to you. And if they are, you're moving, you're dancing, you're having fun and opening up a part of you that you are suppressing and locking in. So yeah, meditation doesn't have to be you sitting down, closing your eyes. If you just walk, if you just dance, if you just work out, right? One of my friends, she does art meditation and she hosts these classes, which I find very intriguing, where you just paint and you set your intention into the water paint and just allow the art to come out of you. And that's where, you know, you can be creative and you're setting an intention on something that you're creating beauty, you're creating an art piece. And we forget that it could just be so simple. So simple as painting an art piece, that's meditating. And of course, we all know journaling. Journaling is releasing your thoughts. What I like to say is, you know, don't write about your past. Don't write about how you're feeling. Instead, script the life you want. So write out exactly what you want for the future you, not write down about what happened and why your feelings are being dumped in a piece of paper. Because remember, whatever you write, whatever you say will come into life. And you want to be able to create this new reality of authentic energy. And if you're scripting something that you want for yourself in the future, to be more loved, to be beautiful, to have more prosperity coming into your life, to create wealth, or just to be happy, write your future self. Be a different person, not dumping your feelings into a piece of paper, because that's just going to keep manifesting. Shouldn't have to pay for a therapist, because the moment you can be in awareness, you can let go of your fear. You could choose your own happiness. You don't have to give money to a therapist to keep circling back this pain that you're in. Happiness is who you are and who you choose to be. And it's a choice. We all have this choice, and it's just living in awareness. And I've noticed that with happiness, it creates this strength within you, because you have this choice to want to feel this way and be it. And it's the key of embodiment. And this is where we can experience internal bliss. This is where we can experience a part of us that we've been seeking for so long, because we think that life that was created in this world of chaos is what we're so used to. So happiness is not what you want. Happiness is who you are. And if you become that, that's embodiment. So you living in an embodiment consciousness is, you know, just feeling what you already are. Happiness is a strength that nobody can shake out of you. It's who you are, and it's not what you want. Happiness is not what you want, it's just who you are. Because we change every minute, every second, and our thoughts are always changing every second. For every blink of our eyes, we're downloading 2,000 thoughts, and it's that thought that you want to choose. The thought of what peace is what happiness is. The easiest part of meditating is just choosing that you want change inside of you. And this is where you have this choice. You can dance and meditate, you can draw, meditate, you can walk and meditate, or you can sit in stillness. And I've posted, I think I have about 7 meditations that I uploaded onto my YouTube channel, so it's free access to you. I find that it's very simple if you are just tuning in. I know a lot of comments that I've gotten is, it's been challenging to do the breath work for a long time, but I said, you know what, if you're just starting to meditate, just give yourself a minute and just sit in stillness and breathe, or go out for the walk and just breathe consciously as you're walking. But it starts with the inside. Is changing the inside first before you can make a difference outside of your body. And it's really just allowing yourself to just start. And when you close your eyes, if you're swinging your arms, dancing, if you're sitting still, meditating, if you're walking, just start to count your blessings. And today's Thanksgiving, and I just want to bring this in awareness. I know you're going to see it later, but Thanksgiving shouldn't have to be a day where it reminds you to be grateful, but gratitude should be every day. And that's where we forget, is every moment counts. And we are able to live in awareness and allow ourselves to experience and be this version of you that you want to create. And that's the best version. When we first start meditating, it's a tedious task that we don't even know where to start. But I've made it simple where I created guided meditations for you to do. And the ones that I posted are very active meditations. So it's more breath work. And then there's the becoming crystal clear is just closing the eyes and just clearing the heart with the hands, and active ways of meditating and just, being in present with the moment of your body. Again, just start somewhere. Thank you guys so much for joining me today in this video. And if there's something that I can help guide with, this is my gift to you guys, and I'm so grateful. Thank you for coming along this journey with me, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Sat Nam.